that old thing of great wines are made in the vineyard. Like, the vineyard is and should be the centre of what we do, and that begins from the soil. My name's Madeleine Marson. I'm a winemaker and vigneron here at Vinea Marson. A bit of our philosophy is what you put into the soil is what you get back in the glass. Compost in the vineyard, it's a living thing. There's much more versatility in what we can do by having healthier vineyard soil in which to grow grapes. And then it's our job to make it into some delicious wine. My father came up here from the Yarra Valley about 25 years ago, really wanting to promote Italian varieties as varieties and wines of the future. They respond really well in the era of climate change, where the ripening window is outside of the most extreme periods of heat. I make the wines here and manage the vineyards with my father, Mario. It's amazing to have the benefit of his knowledge and experience, but my job has really been about pushing the vineyard forward to be resilient in the face of climate change. Talking about what would be the best way to utilise our resources to improve soil health, have healthier canopies, get better quality fruit from the vineyard. So I'm really passionate about our soils and our vineyard health because it's the way in which we can secure producing a high quality, enjoyable wine into the future. So sustainability is the foundation of a sustainable business. If we start with the soil, it then flows onto everything that we do. So the Heathcote wine region's renowned for Cambrian remnant soils, old volcanic remnant rock that has then degraded into soil over time, known for particularly iron-rich properties and generally quite nutrient-rich, but also follows the traditions in Australia of not having great soils. Compost is one of the great ways in which to increase the organic matter in the soil. Organic matter is important in vineyard soils so that you can create good quality fruit, healthy yields, but also for the overall benefit of the soil health and the environment. It increases the microbes in the soil. It increases the ability of water to infiltrate through these different root systems that exist. It also increases the ability of plants to uptake that water and nutrient from the soil. Compost, it's really important to get that into the vineyard to increase the vitality and diversity within your soil so that it's really friable soil. In your hand, it breaks down and you can see all the different root systems and worms and creates this environment that's super healthy. It means that you have healthier plants as well as decreasing the risk of soil erosion and the loss of that organic matter that is fundamental to the health of our vineyard. So compost has been used in our vineyard for about 20 years, but we've had some kind of barriers to adoption in terms of cost and the availability of the tonnage that we require, having to hire or loan the equipment from multiple different wine regions. And that also carries a biosecurity risk in terms of making sure that if we're going from a phylloxera zone to a non-phylloxera zone, that we're protecting our vineyards and our wine region from pests and diseases. So Vinea Marson's been part of our Heathcote wine region project looking at decreasing the barriers to adoption. So that project has bought equipment and also negotiated a competitive price on compost with a recycling facility locally. That means that our membership can hire the equipment to save on time, costs, as well as protecting our biosecurity. So this has increased the amount of compost that is put out into our vineyards. I think one of the biggest things I took away from the project that we ran and the experience of the other vineyards in applying compost is that no one wanted to decrease the use of compost. It had pushed everyone forward to continue integrating it as part of their vineyard management. So climate resilience in a vineyard like this in central Victoria means being very agile to the challenges of extreme heat windows and temperature changes. I also call it intra-seasonality. We're getting multiple seasons in one during our growing season, and it's our job to prepare the vines to be most resilient to those challenges, and soil is the key way in which you do that. So I think the goal with different methods to improve soil health is to leave the place better than when you found it, to have a healthier ecosystem, to produce higher quality fruit more consistently. The sustainability of how much fruit, but also how much wine and the quality of that wine is, fundamentally important to what we do.